It's Ron Reader Digs the Universe. I'm Ron Reader, and this is Ron Reader Digs the Universe. And tonight, wives, submit unto your husbands. When I first moved to Austin in order to attend the University of Texas back in the mid-1980s, I was still conservative, a Republican, and a Southern Baptist. As such, I looked for a local Southern Baptist church to attend, and the first one I checked out sort of startled me because they allowed women to be deacons and to participate as leaders in the worship service, a practice to which I was unaccustomed. Turned out this particular Baptist church was unaffiliated with the Southern Baptist Convention and was therefore left to its own devices. Eventually, I found a more conservative church, but within a year or so, I had quit going to church entirely. I was already questioning the whole thing, and Southern Baptist sexism was one of those questions. Why can't women be church leaders? A few years later, I was no longer even thinking of myself as a Southern Baptist at all, but was still troubled by their blatant sexism. I remember asking my mom what she thought about the Apostle Paul's command in Ephesians that wives submit unto their husbands. And she immediately responded that the Bible also says that husbands should submit unto their wives. But the Bible doesn't say that. Somehow, she had reinterpreted this command in a way that granted her equality and dignity as a human being, and good for her. Actually, it's such an easy interpretation that numerous other Christian denominations, including other evangelical groups, have done the same thing, allowing, in theory, equal status for both sexes. But not the Southern Baptist. What's up with that? I mean, you know, when you paint yourself into a corner insisting on literally interpreting a Bronze Age holy text, absurdity must necessarily ensue. But I think it's both deeper and more specific than that, and more urgent than that. Last week, the Southern Baptist Convention expelled 2 churches precisely over the issue of women in leadership roles. Adding insult to injury, they also voted to amend their constitution to explicitly ban women pastors. So much for the cherished Southern Baptist priesthood of the believer concept. Truly, my former denomination becomes ever more authoritarian, ever more fascist in their embrace of Donald Trump, a rapist, and also a racist. Theologian and former Southern Baptist E. Luther Copeland, in his 1995 book, The Southern Baptist Convention and the Judgment of History, asserts a direct connection between today's Baptist sexism and the fact that the convention totally embraced the institution of slavery when it was founded in the 1850s. Now, just think it through. If slavery is one of your foundational values, then you must necessarily believe in natural human hierarchy, race, class, sex, superiors, and inferiors. You must necessarily support authoritarianism, to keep the inferiors in line. If you are a Southern Baptist woman, your authorities are telling you that you are inferior regardless of your own personal belief, and they are using their authority to keep you inferior. It's all genetically embedded in the Southern Baptist mind. Personally, I encourage all women to quit their Southern Baptist churches, because this is only going to get worse. The SBC is a sinking, rat-infested plague ship. No saving it. Just walk away. Get out while you can. Find another church, a non-fascist church, one that treats you like a dignified human being. Those churches exist. They're out there. I'm Ron Reeder, and this has been Ron Reeder Digs the Universe. Join me, Ron Reeder, again next week for another episode of Ron Reeder Digs the Universe.